holidays, everybody.
It's Christmas Day. It's not Christmas for you and me as we're talking right now, but this is going to be released on Christmas Day.
It's always Christmas.
Oh, my God. You know what I wanted to do on Christmas Day?
Sleep.
Take the day off.
So that's why we're doing it now.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I was going to do now, what I am doing now, is I'm going to take the most popular episode from the year, and I think one of the most helpful, and I'm going to replay.
Oh.
Specifically, how to get more leads from your contact page.
Hey.
It's very actionable, and it's one of the few things that you can do today and see results tomorrow. Like SEO typically doesn't work like that. It's a Christmas wish from me and Meredith. Hey, this is Meredith's husband. I've got some SEO advice for you, but I'm going to keep it really simple so that you can understand it, so it makes sense, and most importantly, so you can actually use it. I've got the puppies here.
Oh, baby.
Let's see if they have anything that they want to add to this episode.
They may want to add.
So
I have Wyatt here.
Oh, puppies on both ends.
Puppies on both ends.
So we're going to talk about contact forms today.
Contact forms.
Yeah, and how and why we want to optimize our contact forms.
You mean like the one on the website? Where
Correct.
It's like, contact me.
Contact me, the form, that page. And this is actually something we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing, or both of us are going to be doing on your site very soon.
Oh, very exciting.
So why do we want to optimize the contact page? Because
good question.
We're not optimizing the contact page to get new visitors, to get new clients. That's not going to happen. Right. But in effort to get as many conversions from our website as we can,
yes,
we want to optimize in that sense. So it's not optimizing necessarily in the sense that we don't want to stuff keywords in here. We're not doing anything with keywords.
We never want to stuff keywords.
But we just want to optimize in the sense that we're aiming to get more conversions from Google or from anywhere for that matter.
Okay.
Because
yes,
what happens is if you were to look at your website traffic, it's pretty likely that you would have some number of people coming to the contact page, but not all of those people are going to actually contact you.
Yeah.
So that's what we're focusing on. I'm going to have 10 tips here.
10? Top 10?
Top 10 that can help improve the percentage of those people who actually contact you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
that sounds good.
This is something I really like because it has an immediate effect. If you are getting traffic to your website, this is something you can do. And if you can improve that conversion rate by just a few percent, that's going to have an impact like tomorrow, like as soon as you make the change.
Wow. Okay, get your pens.
Yes. And these are all things that have been tested extensively, not by me, but by lots of people in my industry. These are all these recommendations.
Recommendations. Oh, the recommendations. I love recommendations. They're delicious.
Do you know Bono, the book? I'm a U2 fan.
I know of the book. I don't know.
So I'm listening to his book right now. And in that book, he's Irish. He has an Irish accent and he pronounces things differently. Like whatever I just said reminded me of this. He says he has to negotiate things. So maybe that was subliminally.
I think Bono really wants to know about this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure he's listening.
I think he listens. He's one of the prime listeners. Yeah. Yo.
Anyway. So these 10 things are all research backed. They're not my opinion.
Okay.
If I have anything to add, I'm going to say this is my opinion. This is why this worked.
Thank you for the clarification.
So number one.
In
the title tag of your contact page, the title should be contact and then the name of your brand or your name. Maybe your brand name is your name, but it would be contact Meredith Zinner Photography.
So reach out. Love to hear from you.
Right. You just want contact because on the off chance that somebody already knows about you and they just go to Google and they say contact Meredith Zinner Photography, you want it to be right there. Number one. You want it to be a match.
Number one.
That's number one. Number two, you want to have a link to your contact page in your header, in the main navigation.
Yeah.
And also in the footer.
Yeah. And it has to say contact.
It should say contact in those two
Can
places.
it say contact me, contact?
Yes,
There
sure.
Okay.
Sure. But the word contact, you don't want to frustrate people and have them feel like they have to search around for this.
Right.
So
right.
don't.
No being unnecessarily adorable.
Right. I call it don't out clever yourself here.
Or that.
This is one area you don't want to out clever yourself and make it cute, which I understand. I totally understand wanting to differentiate yourself and your business, etc. But this is not the place to do it.
Okay.
So contact link in your main nav and in your footer. Number three. The first question should be the reason why someone is contacting you.
Okay. The first question should be, okay. So we're asking them.
Why,
how can I help?
Exactly. I use the analogy, you walk into a store and very often they have a greeter. That greeter says,
what a cute dress.
Exactly, usually. But also then, how we can help you. What are you looking for? They don't say, and this is how most contact forms start, name, email, phone. You walk into a store, they don't say, hey, what's your name? What's your email? What's your phone number?
Right.
So like I said, that is research-based. That's been shown with tests. My opinion is that it's kind of like an icebreaker. Once people start conversation, it's easier to keep them going. It gives them a little bit of momentum. And
we're asking about them.
Well, I think, yeah, exactly. I mean, all these questions are going to be about them, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm just observing.
Observationing. Okay, first question. Why are they here? What can you do for them?
Okay.
That's number 3. Number 4.
Can that be like a drop down?
It can be a drop down, sure, yeah. Of course.
What services are you interested in? How are, okay.
Yeah. In fact, the more drop downs you can use, I think the better.
Because?
They're just people, it's less intimidating. People don't have to think about what to write and et cetera. Just clicking a drop down is really very easy. And the overall goal is to make this very easy and reduce all the friction, or as much friction as you can. So just make it super easy for people.
That's true.
So yeah, a drop down. I like a drop down. And then at the end of that drop down, maybe there's like an other or something else or something like that. Okay. So number 4, ideally you want to have 3 to 5 fields. You want to aim for this. So field
like your first name, second name.
So your name would be a field. A lot of times on contact forms, it's split into technically 2 fields, but let's just consider that 1 field.
Okay. So if it is 2 fields, it is secretly just 1 for
Just count that as 1, the person's name.
Okay.
And the 3 to 5 has really been shown to get a much better conversion rate compared to forms that have a lot of fields, like 5 to 10. If you're, don't ever do more than 10 fields.
Oh gosh.
But aim for 3 to 5. It might not be possible, but try to get close to that number. So for example, the first thing we asked is what we can do for them. What do they want? That's 1 field. That's 1 field. And it could be a drop down or it could be a text. The second field will probably be your name and the third will be your email. Okay. So those 3 are absolutely necessary.
Okay.
You have to have those because you got to be able to get back to somebody. You got to know what their name is.
What about phone?
Okay, so next. Phone. This is actually point number 5.
Hey!
If you are asking for phone, if you really need the phone number, it has to be optional. Don't require people to enter their phone number.
Really? Why?
Just a lot fewer people will actually fill that out.
That's true. That is true. When I've gone to places, I don't want to give my phone number.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to,
it's super private still.
It's privacy, yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What number was that?
4.
No. 5. That was
5.
5.
5.
Okay, 5.
5.
Point number 6.
6.
Some sort of social proof. Now, for photographers, this might be a little tricky, but this is where you would often see things like credentials or badges or licenses. For a lawyer or a dentist or a contractor or whatever, you'll often see on this page they're going to have their license information. Now, you don't need a license.
Have that, though.
You don't have it. If you have won some sort of award, if you have a badge, that would be a good place.
What about badges like I belong to this photographic, like photographers PPA, professional photographer organization?
If it, if it looks impressive. I would say if it looks impressive, if it's obviously just a membership that you just paid for, then probably not. But if it's something that really you just want to assure people that you are legit. So anything that makes you look impressive. A testimonial.
Testimonial. I was going to say, what if you haven't won 20th awards?
A testimonial is good.
Okay.
If you don't have licenses or you don't have awards or you don't even have testimonials yet, maybe, then just make sure that you put a nice picture of yourself, smiling, looking into the camera. Just look nice.
Oh, wait. So it shouldn't be like a contact shouldn't be one of your photos of what you do?
Correct.
Okay.
Because they are correct. They are correcting. They are contacting you. Like this is where you're basically selling yourself. So you want to show a picture of your product. So sort of.
Right.
So just make sure you look friendly. If you don't have those other things, a nice picture of yourself.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Number 7.
7.
The submit button.
Yes.
Change submit to send.
Okay.
More people will fill it out. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing, but it's true. It's a very small percentage, but send, and even better, send to Meredith. Send it to Meredith. Something like that makes it more personal.
Yeah.
Submit is just kind of a cold sounding.
Submit.
Yeah, exactly.
Submit your information.
Exactly. Okay, number 8.
Number 8.
The speed of your response. This makes a big difference. How quickly do you get back to people? There have been lots of studies on this, and almost always, like if people were to reach out to 3 photographers at the same time, something like 80 to 90% of the time, they would get back to they would hire the first person to get back to them.
Really?
Yeah. So there is very much something to be said. Don't wait 2 days. I used to do that. I used to do that myself because I used to be, when I first started.
Trying to pay hard to get?
No, I was afraid of I was afraid of everything.
That's understandable.
But get back to them right away. Now, you can use an autoresponder here.
Okay.
If you are using an autoresponder, just make sure that it's plain text. Don't make it like an HTML fancy. Don't make it look like a newsletter.
Okay.
Because that is people. You want to give the impression that you personally are reaching out to them just via email, just like you would contact a friend. So, but
you can. I mean, I have things on. A lot of people have things as a footer. Like their
signature.
Website signature. Yeah. That. Can you
That's
send
fine.
that? Okay.
Yeah. But just don't include like your don't make it look obviously like a newsletter, HTML formatted email. You know what I mean? Like with color background and your logo and image.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
It needs to be just regular text.
Okay.
And make it casual.
Yeah.
And this is where if you have, let's say you have more questions that you want to put on your contact page, like you have some extra questions, and we're going to want to reduce that.
Oh,
I would say have those questions and then put them in the autoresponder and keep that momentum going, keep the conversation going. Then that buys you a little bit of time for you personally getting back to somebody. Yeah. You don't have to actually respond in 10 minutes. You can rely on that autoresponder and just, again, make it casual and say, hey, great, thanks. By the way, why did you choose now or whatever the questions are that you wanted to ask somebody?
Right.
Put them here.
That's a great idea. That's like a breadcrumb. Is that like a breadcrumb?
No.
Okay.
No. Not in terms of websites. Where breadcrumbs are something very specific, actually.
But it's kind of like a come hither a little bit, bit.
And studies have actually shown that if you can get back to somebody inside of 10 minutes, it really increases the likelihood that they would hire you. So
with the autoresponder?
I was going to say, with the autoresponder, I would have the autoresponder, if you can, have it delay by 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Don't send it. With a lot of email providers, you can, not all. Okay. But if you can, try to do that, because then that makes it look like it's not obviously an autoresponder. Right. Like if somebody clicks send and then right away they get an email, that's obviously an autoresponder. If it comes 10 minutes later, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Right. Okay. And what do you think about if you can't, let's just say you have an email responder that doesn't have an autoresponder and it goes immediately after. Would you recommend something like, hello from the friendly auto person, will be reaching out to you shortly? kind of a thing?
You could do something cute
Just to
like
try
that.
and make it.
But then you can also from there try to make it a simple follow-up question. Don't make it, don't make it
questionnaire.
Right. Make it simple. Again, you want to get some momentum and, the further, and this is my opinion, the further along people get in that conversation, the closer you are to them becoming a customer and a client.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Point number 9.
Okay.
Test it.
Oh, yeah.
Test it. What happens a lot here is these messages might go to your spam folder.
Oh, gosh.
So check that.
Right.
That's happened a lot. I've had numerous clients over the years say, we're not getting any leads. And I look at their website and it says, looks like you're getting a bunch. They say, well, we didn't get any. I said, check your spam folder. And I'm like, yep, they're all there. So check it.
Yeah. Good point.
Point number 10.
10.
Make sure it looks good on mobile.
Oh,
look at it, just the contact form itself. You don't need, if the contact form works from a desktop computer, it will also work on mobile, but just make sure it looks good.
Right. Good points, because a lot of people are looking while they're shopping or whatever they're doing. Well,
you just want to make sure that it looks, if it looks wonky on a phone, which I've seen, things can look great on a desktop, but look screwed up on a phone. That's not good.
No,
that's not the point. You don't want to
lose them now. You're so close.
You don't want to lose their
interest,
attention at that point, right? Or confidence. You don't want to lose their confidence that, when they're just about to reach out to you.
Fair enough.
And I thought I would throw in a bonus.
Oh.
That was number 10.
Yeah.
Set up a thank you page.
Oh.
So after people click submit or send, remember, we're going to say send instead of submit.
We're going to say send.
They should go to a confirmation page that says, got it, we got your message, thank you, and then whatever else you want. But the reason you do that is so that you can track your conversions in Google Analytics.
Oh.
If there is no...
How does that work?
So the reason we do it this way is this is a page that people can only get to if they have submitted your contact form, if they have sent your contact form. There's no other way for people to get there. So if somebody arrives on that page, that's a conversion.
Right.
So that's a really good way to measure conversions. There are other ways to measure conversions. Like sometimes people can set up an action when people click the send button. That is a conversion. That can run into problems like, well, maybe they have to press it twice because they forgot to do something. So it's not a very reliable way. The much more reliable way is to have a conversion page, a thank you page.
And you set that all up through your email provider.
It depends. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can set up a contact form. So if you're using something like Dubsado, or you might be embedding your contact form from Dubsado or some other platform into your website, that setting is going to be somewhere in Dubsado, most likely.
Okay.
If it's not, if you don't see it, then I would reach out to support of Dubsado or whoever you're using, wherever you generated that contact form, and say, hey, I want to use a confirmation page. How do I do that? Because it's not always the default option.
Got it.
Makes sense?
Yeah, it does. I was just thinking, I have a Dubsado referral code that people can use.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh,
you want to put that in the thing?
I'll put that in the thing.
Hey, how about that?
Well, how do you like Dubsado?
Well, so far I love it. I'm still transitioning from 17 Hats, but I have to say, sorry, 17 Hats. Dubsado is pretty freaking gorgeous.
All right.
And good.
Well, look for the link to Dubsado.
There you go.
All right, that's it. 10 ways and a bonus to optimize your contact page.
This is all very important stuff and easy to accomplish.
Easy to do, big impact, short time frame.
I like these ones.
And we're going to do this with your website this
please,
weekend.
Let's do it. Good gosh, my website is, I feel like my website is when you take a piece of toast and it crumbles into crumbs.
Well,
I feel like,
we've been working on it and it just launched. So now it's time to go through and clean up a bunch of things, including the
contact page.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. If you're finding these episodes helpful, I created something that I think you're going to find even more helpful. It explains the SEO process similar to these episodes in a way that I hope is new for you, but it also puts them in order so that you know what to do first and second and third through the entire SEO process. And I hope saves you a lot of time by giving you an actionable step-by-step plan. It's called the SEO Roadmap, and you can find it at meredithshusband.com/roadmap.